Atlanta. I'm so excited to be welcoming Daniel Seavey to the studio today. We are getting ready for his big show tonight at the Buckhead Theater, so let's tap in. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you doing?
Good.
It's ironic because I named this tour Introducing Daniel Seavey, but the irony is I feel like I'm introducing myself as far as I know myself, but I knew the second I got out here, I would really start to remember who I am and also learn more about myself than I ever have, and that's been happening. It's like something about being in front of fans, it's so validating, but you also like grow so much wisdom about yourself. And I couldn't be who I am on the stage every night that I am if it weren't for the fans. And so that's been pretty amazing being out here and just inspiring. The music I'm making now, I can do it the night after and test it out in a sense.
Yes.
And it's been really fun.
So now that you get to kind of revert back to the roots
I love
where
that.
you started,
Yeah.
just talk about, how much further you get to go and what are you discovering
I
about
love that
yourself?
question. Yeah, I think it is a gift right now that I get to have the chance to shamelessly go for it as myself, but also have the blessing of fans that are going to actually take the time to listen. That's a rarity. So I feel really blessed to be able to do that, but I don't know. It was daunting. It was scary at first.
Yeah.
Because when I think about myself, it is very different from how I view myself in the band. And so that was at first kind of like, how are they going to take this? Because these fans know me as Daniel from Whydontwe. And so, even putting tickets on sale for this tour, I was like biting my fingers off the day before, like, God, I hope this sells. I hope people, still care about me.
Yes.
You get so in your head, and it was pretty bizarre. I don't cry a lot, but I was in tears the day we put tickets up because it was like 2 minutes. They were selling out. Shows were selling out. And that's just such a blessing. I feel probably the most blessed I do right now because of that very reason, that I get to be fully, authentically myself and also know I have people waiting for me to be that. That's pretty incredible.
Absolutely. Okay, so Daniel, I just want to talk about something that's always prevalent on my mind, and I can only imagine with the position that you're in this industry that it happens to you as well, with just dealing with anxiety, dealing with multiple personalities, dealing with social media, and having so many opinions that we didn't even ask for from people that we can't help but they sit in our mind at times. So who are your helpers, and how do you start to just kind of start to detach yourself from it?
I mean, I would say my mom is someone I lean on a ton for just like wisdom, and my dad and just advice. But at the same time, I think over the last few years too, my mom got hit with cancer. She beat it, which was amazing, but wonderful. I think the last few years life hit them even in a way I had never seen, where everyone was dealing with something, and it kind of taught me a lot in that sense, that everyone has something to deal with. But it was the first time in my life I actually, ironically, it was during COVID, so it worked out that I sat alone like a lot of us did. And at first I hated it because it was the first time I sat down and went, what is this life thing? Why do I feel this pit in my stomach right now? What is all this? But it took that to then finally get to a point where I was just talking to myself, and you need to recharge for a second. You can't just take in the world at all times. You do need to digest at some point. It's like if you just ate food all day from the second you woke up till when you went to sleep, like, you gotta poop, like, so
Absolutely.
just like learn how to poop and you're gonna be fine in life. That's basically what I'm saying.
Your parents raising you in a type of way where they kind of protected you from the evils of the world, and they did
For
shine
sure.
such a light on you guys in raising
sure.
you. And I could relate to that so much.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm like, I feel the same way, and I don't regret it. Sure, things come shocking sometimes as we get deeper into adulthood.
But you can look back and like cherish that, and honestly pull probably a lot of wisdom from it.
How has that helped you with just navigating kind of a dark
Oh my
space?
gosh, it's kept me sane, especially in this business, because obviously, this business messes, I would say, with your head and even like kind of your thoughts on morality a lot. And not having that background of feeling pretty firm on who I want to be as a child, which is something my parents raised me well on. I don't know what kind of person I'd be today, but I feel like it's given me a lot of opportunity to just like hold on to that, have something to hold on to in this crazy business, you know?
Definitely.
And I always try to think, how can I pull a lesson or something good from this? And it definitely was a lesson on just kind of how I see life working, where, you know, I'd say this all the time. I imagine life is like this line, and, you know, my band success brought us to a very high. If it was a graph, like, we're way up here in the highs of life. And so equally, at some point, you got to go just as low. I think it always will end up balancing out. So if you're doing the 9 to 5, like, you might not have a crazy peak in life, but you're probably not going to have like the craziest lows either. You know, I feel like it always kind of balances out. That was the most overwhelming amount of bad I ever had hit me, and it all hit me at once. So when it happened, I felt like there was a point where I just was like, am I going to let this turn me into a vegetable? Because I very much could let it. Yeah. Or am I going to fight for that good that I know I can have again? And it really took me just having a convo with myself and kind of snapping out of it at one point. It takes time, though. Yeah. Time really does help and heal. And at some point, it you know, I just said, however I feel right now, I'm going to do what I know I do best, and push to enjoy it. And I would say up until tour, that was a battle. Once I got out here, I just was like, oh my God, here we are.
Yes.
You know, I felt like I was back. So
how does it feel to be fighting a new fight? Something that's amazing. Growing new legs.
I missed racing, you know, it's fun running. I missed it. It's really fun. And again, it is more freeing than it's ever been to just, there's a lot less rules.
Yes.
You know, and
talk about that.
And it's really fun.
Getting to play with no rules and feeling like almost like a rebirth of a new.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's at some degree it's scary because I'm kind of my own boss now. When you're your own artist, you're not overlooking like this whole band and brand. You're looking over yourself. So I really take it upon myself to be on top of things. But at the same time, you know, even yesterday, I'm talking about the set with my team, like the show, and I was like, I feel like the intro needs like one more pick me up like moment. I want more energy there. And they were like, okay, what do you want? I was like, let's put in another song. And it's not even out yet. We're going to do it tonight and try it out. Awesome. And I could never do that before, you know, like just too many cooks in the kitchen to try something like that. So that's pretty fun. And, you know, I being able to do as much as I can on like the music side, producing my own stuff and all that too, it really is fun for me to be able to just like run and not really halt up for anything, you know, just every day I'm making a new song and working on something, and to be able to make it and finish it, be excited, and then go, let's put it out. It is like a new feeling. That's really fun.
As artists, as dreamers, we are always kind of reaching to satisfy that inner child that always had that first dream. So what are you forgiving yourself for, like, not going so hard about?
Yeah, I would say like overthinking is something I did struggle with a lot, but I feel like I learned to overlook like nuances, like the little moments in between that can be like really uncomfortable or really awkward. Like, everybody feels them when they happen, but they just happen. Just like I feel like I've learned to just back up and kind of let moments be and not feel like I have to own every single moment. You know, I actually think it's funny because you worry in that moment if you're going to be less liked. I think you're going to be more likable if you just accept the moment for whatever happens in it, you know, good or bad, embarrassing, not embarrassing, like just kind of own it. That's something new for me. I feel like I've been
I'm working on that with you.
No, yeah, it's not especially in our position when you're filmed all the time and whatnot. It's not easy, you know. And not to always bring it back to fans, but really I think I do have the gift of having fans that validate who I am, and that does help a ton. But I'm with you where it is like a daily battle of like, what if nobody cared? Would I still care about myself? That's something, you know, I think everybody is always working on, you know, and that doesn't change at any point, I don't think.
Definitely. Okay, well, I want to take a quick break really to ask you some questions that some of your fans had asked us.
Sweet.
A lot, of course, to do with the upcoming music. And do you have a name that you're entertaining for the upcoming EP?
I do. I haven't said it.
Are we allowed to know? Are we going to have to wait?
Yeah, why not? If you're asking, it's... No, oh shoot! I was gonna say it. Okay, I'll hold on to it just in case.
We were close. You wanted to, guys.
I was right there.
Okay.
You're just here now from the background.
Okay. Your fan Hannah asks, which lyrics really stuck with you after writing "I Tried"? Can we pretend that we're good or run away?
I I mean, I tried that one. It felt like a poem more than even a song for a while. So I really do care about those. There's some of my favorite lyrics I've wrote. And it was very real. I think it was the first time I really was writing a song dead honest about myself. Like, it's a pretty like humbling song to sing. So that, yeah, I care a lot about that one.
Are you enjoying like kind of the nakedness of being out there?
Yeah, like, yeah, there's back and forth to it, but at some point, like, sometimes you feel a little crazy. I was just writing with this guy, Dan Wilson, who I really look up to, and we were writing the song, and he goes, sometimes you really just feel insane sitting down writing a song about your own life. Like, there's a lot of weird, like, it's a little self-centered, it's a little nuts to just write a song and think that you can create a life for yourself by writing. Like, there's a lot of weirdness to writing music, but there's also something so special about it.
Absolutely. Okay. Christy asks, do you have a New Year's resolution? And if so, have you stuck to it? We're 10 days in.
Do I? I don't know if I made a New Year's resolution.
I haven't either. I'm just like, let me just get better from the last year and keep adding on and trying to care less about things that stress me out.
Yeah, I got one for you though. Stretching.
Okay.
I'm so not flexible, and I can almost touch my toes now.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah,
we actually, as a crew, we just went to try aerial acrobatics for the first time the other day.
Oh my God, what?
And I tell you, it was the funniest, most fun thing.
Oh, I'm sure.
And I'm still feeling sore, so I need to stretch. But if you ever get a chance to try, you'll love it.
I would definitely stretch before that. That's crazy.
Okay, your friend Ruthie asks, how many songs have you not released? That's kind of a huge question because I'm sure you have hundreds and hundreds in your catalog. But are you to that point where you're starting to zone in and starting to scale down?
Yeah. I have. Yeah, I have probably 30 that feel really good, but it's tough because they feel good now, and then tomorrow there's this one that I want to work on that I know when that's done, I'm gonna have to boot one of these guys because that one's gonna beat it out.
Yeah.
You also have these moments where you I'll like really fall in love with like a certain groove or beat or chord progression, and I'll write like 3 or 4 different songs that feel similar. Then for me, it's kind of like which one grabs me the most. But there's probably like 30 right now that feel really good.
Okay.
What so now that's still too many, so I'm gonna distill that down now. But yeah, there's a lot of fun ones.
Will we get to hear you explore any other genres that we might not have previously heard?
Yeah, for sure.
Some hip-hop, some rock.
Yeah, there's like a ton of alt influence, ton of hip-hop influence, some R&B. I just like...
I'm excited.
I have this... I don't know, like, for me, it's like if I have the ability to kind of make any sort of sound and make it work for myself, like I don't like the idea of putting myself into one box. And I know that's cliche, but... I'm just going to let the music kind of speak for itself, where every song really feels like such a departure from the last one. It'll be interesting when you put it all together how it works. I think it will, because it'll all be me, but it is all very, very different. Like nothing really sounds the same from the last song. Okay. So it's fun.
I love that. I'm really excited about that. And you're super swaggy, by the way.
Thank you.
You have some dope fits. So
Thank you. So do you. I love the earring.
Thank you. What's a quick just style tip, just from the heart?
Don't waste your money on like the mall shops and all. Go thrift shopping.
Yes.
It's better clothes, cheaper. I don't know why everybody doesn't just thrift shop. It's the best. Just
go lots of exclusives because then nobody can say. You can tell them where you got it.
Yeah, and it's like fun. Yes. It's so fun to go thrift shop and find like a little market or something. It's awesome.
I'm with you. I love that.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to this upcoming year? This is exciting.
Oh, just like running this race and continue like touring all year. Music all year.
Do you have good competitive spirit running through you as like?
Oh yeah, for sure.
To prove to yourself and
I love my
others.
bandmates too, and we keep things chill. Like we catch up, we text all the time and whatnot. But it's funny because there's friendly competition now. Where like the other day I saw Jonah and his close friends in the studio, and I was like, "What you making?" And he's like, wouldn't you want to know?
I'm done. Are you guys hiding anything from one another?
Oh, we won't play each other or anything, but
that is
I'm
cute.
begging Joe. I know Jonah's making something special, so maybe he'll play it eventually for me, but I know it'll be good. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so what do you want Atlantans to take away? Everybody that's going to be a part of this tour, but tonight, as you get ready for Buckhead Theater,
Oh,
Who are you? What do you want them to walk away with tonight?
I hope I've been saying this a lot lately. I hope I just grow on people. It's a new experience. It is a departure. But I think you really feel my passion and joy for it when I'm on stage. And so I hope it just grows on people, you know. It feels pretty infectious when I'm doing it, so I hope that's the effect.
Absolutely. And when can we expect the EP to come out, as well as maybe another visual?
Pretty damn soon. I'm finishing up this tour, and it'll probably come out right around the end of it, I would say.
All right. Well, we're looking forward to it. Thank you so much, Daniel, for stopping through.
Thank you. Yeah. Amazing.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Really good questions.